Hey, I'm Simeon. You might also know me as the Yoga Man, and I'm here to just answer some yoga related questions. So let's jump in. What is yoga? So, yoga is essentially a really old practice that's been going for thousands of years, and it's really good for the mind and it's really good for the body. And the way it works for our mind is it really just kind of calms it down and it makes it feel really relaxed. And the way that it works for our body is the poses make us really flexible and they make us really strong. And also yoga just means connection. You know, that might be connecting to ourselves or it might just be connecting to other people. So that's essentially what yoga is. It's a really old practice that's good for the mind, good for the body, and it just keeps us working incredibly. Why did Simeon decide to start teaching yoga? Well, there's kind of two parts to that question, really. The first part is we've got to go back to 2019. I was living in loads of different places. I started doing yoga for myself and I felt really calm. I felt energized. It really helped my self-esteem and my mental health. And I was working with some really challenging children at the time. And I taught them some breathing techniques and I kind of thought, hold on, why does nobody teach this to children? Why don't I marry these two ideas together? So I started teaching those tricky children breathing techniques. I started seeing the benefits and I thought, okay, I'm going to turn this into an idea. And that's kind of where the idea for the Yoga Man was born, really. And then part two for that question is I've worked with kids for 11 years and I really just wanted to create a space where the kids could kind of have a voice and a choice and they could really have autonomy, and I wanted to create an environment where they could have freedom and they could improve their self-esteem and they could make new friends and have fun and just be creative. And the creativity really comes into my lesson in like various myriad of ways, you know, whether it's the kids making their own stories, whether it's connecting poses, whether it's them being mini teachers. It's really about giving them that autonomy and those choices to kind of just feel empowered, and also teach them breathing techniques which really just make them kind of feel just self-regulated, and it just brings their self-esteem a little bit higher and they can then tap into those tools and just use them whenever they need. So if they're scared or worried or anxious, they can use those breathing techniques that they've learned with me and just kind of bring it back down and just feel a little bit calmer. What does a typical yoga lesson look like? That's a really big answer. I mean, it changes all the time. It kind of has like a skeleton and a formula that it will always go on from week to week basis, but the middle parts and the main ingredients will always change. So we start with some breathing and then some warm-ups, mini teachers where the kids will be in charge. Love that, always put a kid in charge. It goes to the head. And then they'll do the warm-ups and then we'll do a warm-up game. Then the main part might be me leading, it might be them leading. They might be telling a story, we might be doing partner poses, and then we'll jump into some games, and then we'll usually finish with some breathing. So the ideas change all the time. I get ideas in the week, and then I try to chuck it all together on a Sunday. Sunday's usually the day I plan, and yeah, we'll go from there. And sometimes I'll come with loads of really good ideas, and it will be really flat, and they're not feeling it. And they just don't want to do that. So you've got to just think on the fly or use things you've already used or go, oh yeah, they really like that game. So I just change it. You know, I can come with the ideas, but they can also come with their own and they're welcome to come with their own. And it just changes on the fly. So whatever I bring works sometimes doesn't. You know, they let you know they're not feeling anything. You just got to read the room and just look at their face. They'll always let you know. So yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. There is room for creativity and there is room for growth and there is room for their ideas, my ideas. It's a balancing act and it's not just my class, it's their class and their voice is really important. So yeah, that is what a class looks like. What has been the best moment over the last 18 months? There hasn't really been one singular moment. Any moment that is filled with laughter or it's making me laugh now because what always happens is, it's always when it's supposed to never happen, is it's usually in briefing time. Like this week, for example, we get the briefing ball out, we try to be calm, and then somebody makes a weird, silly little noise and we just all burst out into laughter and we can't ever get our composure back. So, and I can't exactly say no because I'm usually the worst culprit and it's usually me. So I feel like a director that just wants to shout cut and I can't shout cut because I'm usually the worst. So any moment with laughter, because then the kids start to realise, oh, those little happy hormones are going off and, oh, the laughter makes me feel really good. And I try and tell them a little bit about that and how laughter is really powerful. Or any moment where a kid just gets really confident and they go, hey, I've been practicing this at home, do you want to come see? And they'll show me a move and it just blows me away. So any moment where there's laughter or any moment where their self-esteem is just kind of going up here and they're just improving all the time, those are the best moments, and that's what makes it worth it. Are there any poses that Simeon can't do? Yeah, crow pose. I'm terrible at that pose. I just can't master it. I can't get my legs up there. And that's fine, because we've all got poses we can't do. And I say that to the kids all the time. Whatever that person's going to be good at, you might find tricky. But you're going to be really good at some poses, and they might find that pose tricky. So, we've all got different skills, we've all got different abilities, and crow pose is not my friend. But I'll get there, eventually, one day. What are my plans for the future? I got loads of stuff. Like, this is always bubbling away of ideas. I'm writing stuff down all the time. I just want to do more video content, really. More really cool creative stuff like this. I want to get my face out there. I want to just film some more of what the kids are doing, and that's going to happen. That's coming up. I just want to do different types of classes. Also coming up, got some more really cool stuff coming up in the new year. I want to just do some more outdoor lessons, really. I want to teach in a field. I want to teach on a beach. And I just want to teach in loads of different really cool environments and just kind of connect to the ground a little bit more. And outside's always more fun because it's more free and there's way more space. And, I'm a really big nature guy, so I think it's great whenever nature's in there and we get kids connecting to nature. I think that's really important. And they start to understand the benefits of nature and how that's good for their mental health, especially now because we're all on screens, but I'm not going to go down there. So more outdoor stuff, more different types of lessons, more video content, and I just want to keep working with creative people and just kind of grow and expand and just teach more and more, and that's my plan. Why should children come to yoga? Well, first of all, because it's really fun. We do loads of engaging things. We've got loads of brilliant games, and they get to really just be free, and they get to be creative, and they get to really tap into a version of themselves they don't get to definitely don't get to do at school, maybe at home, and they get to be really expressive. Their self-confidence tends to go from here to here. They make brilliant and beautiful little friendships. I've seen so many cool friendships just blossom where they start hanging out outside of the class. That's one of the best things I've seen. That's really beneficial. And the breathing techniques, really, those tools really just kind of give them a way to just kind of self-regulate and just help with their anxiety and their stress and any feelings of fear. So, there's loads of really, really good reasons. But most of all, I want them to come so they can just feel creative and they can meet new people and they can really self-express and just learn some techniques which are going to help them feel really calm. So, that's why they should come. And also because it's something that's really different and it's a little bit out there. And I think, hopefully, they're going to look back and think, oh, hey, I had a really good time. Is there anything I want to say to people watching this? Thank you. Thank you. And again, thank you. This has been a real roller coaster over the last 18 months. It's been the best thing I've ever done. I've worked with kids for 11 years. Nothing has beat this. The joy that it gives me, I go home happy all the time. And it's wonderful, just to watch kids grow and develop and really just express themselves and just be creative, and we just have such a good time all the time, and it's just the best thing I've ever done. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, you know, whether your kids come for one session or they've been to 10 or more, just thank you for allowing me to teach them and letting them come in every week. It's been a dream, and I just want to take this to the moon. You know, I want to just see this grow and get bigger and bigger and just get more amazing ideas. And yeah, this has just been wonderful, and long may it continue. So thanks.